Correct. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
Throwing to start the drive. Dawson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
There again is Cooks, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Dawson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Dawson fighting Hardman here over the middle. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Let's start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking here for Smith downfield. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense taking over again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Dawson. And that one complete once again to Higgins. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw. Dawson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. 21-0, our score after 1. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they just look completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down. Dawson over the middle. He finds Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Robinson up the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on 2nd down. Dawson.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
And he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On 1st and 10, Dawson. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, this is Roberts. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Back to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Jerry Jeudy, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially...
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Hand off now to Robinson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Dawson completes it to Hardman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first down, Dawson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Dawson. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts airing it out deep for Smith. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Dawson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on second down. Looking to throw. Dawson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
19 tight. 19 tight. Get ready. Mike, 55.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 41 yards. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Dawson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Dawson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
To throw on 2nd down. Dawson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now the try here for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
5 plays there on that drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to...
He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia,
they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Houston,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.